Hey, what's going on, everybody? Boilon here, back for another video on Marvel Strike Force. Today we have obviously blogs with Boilon Friday, and boy, what a roller coaster had the last day or so has been, and it's still not done. So yes, I am recording the blog a little bit early, and what we are expecting, outside of the blog though, is not my Alliance War payouts. We're expecting a part 2 of the 6th anniversary gift. Now, we talked about this. I talked about this. I did a bunch of videos yesterday, and I honestly don't expect too much more. There's probably going to be some power cores. There's going to be stuff that fills in the gap from what the envoys had expected that would have gone out. I'm really disappointed in the characters. I'm not going to rehash what I said. I think it was trash, frankly. For endgame players, I think it was trash. For my baby boosted account, it was great. But for everyone else, to celebrate 6 years of sticking with the game for a lot of people, right? It wasn't very good. That being said, let's quickly just take, this is the blog post that went out late last night talking about the stability issues of the game and the anniversary issues. They seem to victimize the players a little bit by saying that it's our fault for opening all these orbs and that's why the game's stability is so terrible. I don't know. That's the impression that I got when I was reading this, and then they had to shut off the all. So if you're looking for the all orbs button, that's why it's gone. There's also going to be some compensation coming for a lot of things: Cosmic Crucible disruption, the stability issue, compensation for that, and they're basically going to try and bridge the gap on what was missing on the anniversary gift. So by the time you're watching this, very well could already be out. But anyways, we have the blog to talk about here today. There's some interesting stuff in there that I want to go over. So if you're ready to go, everybody, let's boil this down. All right, and as always, I'm going to put this up early. As always, things in Marvel Strike Force is subject to change, so you never know, right? I just wanted to put this up here. So the title of the blog is Swinging into Skill Raids and the Spider-Verse. Basically, we have the first character coming, who is going to be Peter B. Parker. So, I'm not going to rehash Spider Society. Watch those videos if you want to kind of pay more attention to them. We have Cosmic Crucible Season 7 coming next week at some point. And then we have Strike Pass Season 56, which is Cosmic Ghost Rider. If you watch my Data Mines video, you'll know that some of the upcoming Strike Passes are in there. I believe one of them is Void Knight, and then the other one is I forget actually, but it was in the Data Mines video. Go watch the Data Mines video if you want to see all the things coming up over the next 2 weeks. And then we have the April month-long event that's starting next week as well. Nature Nurture. That's how you're going to get the leader unlocked, and you're going to be earning gamma rays as the new currency. The first event, which is Atomic Fallout, I have the table for that, but the math video itself is going to be on Sunday. As usual. Actually, April 2nd is... no, that's Tuesday. So the video is going to be on Monday, not on Tuesday. So I always do it the day before. I guess because of Easter Monday, right? That's why they're doing a 6-day event rather than a 7-day event starting Monday. So Scopely is going to be out of the office. So get your rage in now, if you want to. Anything about the anniversary still, because they're not going to be here on Monday. So they're not going to see you through those next 3 or 4 days or whatever. We do have that, which is going to be Atomic Fallout is going to be battling in raids and extra points with Hive Mind. They've been really milking the Hive Mind points, but hey, I don't mind because I'm actually getting up closer to 5, 6 yellow on some of the characters. From all the ways that we've obtained it over the last few months. Spend campaign energy, and then hunker down web milestone, which is spending Age of X event campaign energy. We talked about this special event coming, and then incursion energy. So we have lots of ways to cores, campaign energy, incursion energy, and then maybe this Age of X event campaign energy. Not entirely sure if we need to or not. We'll find that out on Monday when I do the video. And then Peter B. Parker is coming out on the 4th, which again is going to be on Thursday. So next Thursday, first Spider Society character coming. And the Spider Society showcase. Now, the one thing that I want to discuss regarding this is the last couple of showcases have not been free to play friendly to complete on the lower difficulties. You've been able to do story mode and the test drive few nodes, story mode usually, and then the next difficulty, which is supposed to be free to play available still, they haven't been completable with Cosmic Ghost Rider from Out of Time and Leader, and honestly to some degree Iron Patriot as well. I'm really lucky that my boosted account was able to clear the Out of Time, the Cabal one, but I'm probably not going to clear this on my main account. because I don't have Iron Patriot unlocked. I'm sitting at 98 shards or something stupid, and I don't have them unlocked, and this is going to go away in 3 days. So whether or not I unlock it and I'm able to clear, and these have 2 million blue 4 ions, which might not be a lot for some people, but for a lot of others, it's actually quite substantial. The first 4 nodes, even for the first time rewards, are still pretty decent, and a lot of people are not going to be able to clear that. And then, of course, the leader is not going to be clearable either. And so why do they have this challenge mode difficulty, which doesn't have star ranks on it, when you can't do it? Because they already have these 2 other paid ones. So why are they locking the challenge one? That pisses me off. But hey, let me know in the comments down below what your thoughts are about that. I'm expecting something similar on the Spider Society one, that there's probably going to be some characters locked. And you're just not going to be able to clear it before it goes away. Then we have an Uncanny X-Men Quick Rumble. And then this one is really, really big. And I really, 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 really want to highlight this. Starbrand and Cosmic Ghost Rider to bumps. But right below this, Black Knight replaces Icarus as the featured character in the premium orbs. Yay! How long has it fucking been? It's been like fucking 2 years since they've actually replaced the premium orb. I'm just, I'm guessing. It's been a long time, right? And so hopefully some of you have saved up your premium orbs, because then you might have a good chance of getting additional shards for Black Knight, or at least going forward, then you now know that this is going to happen, and therefore, you're going to have a better character. Don't save your damn orbs until this goes into, I don't know when this is going to happen, sometime probably mid next week, Wednesday, Thursday, something like that. But boy, this is a huge change, and another way to get more shards for Black Knight, who is obviously basically the best character in the game that's not Dark Dimension or Apocalypse, right? Like, he is, in my opinion, the best other character in the game. He yeets everyone. So yes, this is going to be super, super important going forward. Now, what this tells me is that Black Knight is not going to be in the other orbs just now, and he's probably not going to be for Ultra credits. You're not going to be able to buy shards for him with Ultra credits. It's only going to be premium orbs, but we'll find out when it actually goes through. Spider Society, all the kits and stuff here, we're just going to skip through that because we've already seen that and we've already talked about this. So this is inconsequential. All the reworks are there, which they're in the game now. Let's scroll down. Peter B. Parker, which is going to be April the 4th. So again, that's next Thursday. I think he is going to have an orb, and I believe that's going to be the same time as the Spider Society showcase, which we're not going to be able to do, but at least we're going to be able to do the test drive and the story mode for newer players and be able to start farming from that, XP and additional gear anyways out of story mode. So it is what it is. They're going to use a special trait called Web Slinger, which you might have already seen. I think it's in the game right now, but it does include Ghost Spider, Scarlet Spider, OG Spider-Man, Spider-Man Big Time, Miles, Noir, 2099, Spider-Punk, and Spider-Weaver. So those are the characters that you have to use for story mode and things like that. So for newer players, I'd probably recommend as many as you can, but Ghost Spider, Spider-Man Noir, Spider-Weaver. It gets kind of rough from here, actually. It's 2099 probably. And then Spider-Man Big Time, they're the newest characters, so that's what I would personally recommend. So again, you can see the difficulties here. Test drive, which is going to give some additional shards. This is nice, though. You're going to get some shards for these characters, so you get a Noir unlock. Noir is actually a fairly higher, kind of a higher level unlock. He's in the arena store now, but a lot of people are buying Gambit in the arena store, so at least you're going to get some free shards here, including Spider-Man Big Time, who's in the raid store now, but a raid shop, raid orb, whatever. But hey, free stuff is free stuff, and that's the test drive there, and then story mode, and then we're not going to be able to do any of this stuff probably until much later, if we do it all. So it is what it is. Cosmic Crucible Season 7. Now, I haven't done a video specifically on Cosmic Crucible Season 7. I may do so on the weekend, but I'm not going to just now. It's expected to go live next week, but I just don't know if I'm going to have time. I might put it out for Sunday, because now that the event is going to be on Tuesday and my event video is going to be Monday, I think I might actually have time to be able to do a video of my own for those who are interested for Cosmic Crucible Season 7 on Sunday, which I understand is a bit late for people setting defenses, but if that's what you're interested in, keep an eye out and, watch the video, I guess, if it comes out. So I'm not going to go through all of the rules. There's been a lot of Envoy videos already about Cosmic Crucible Season 7, so go check some of those videos out. I know Dorky Dad is a really good one, so go check out his if you need to know more about what's going on. Or just read the blog here, right? If you want to know more about Season 7, it should be fully up on the blog anyways. The one thing that I do want to point out is that yes, there is a raid room. That's probably the most important thing to know about Cosmic Crucible Season 7 is that yes, there is in Room 2 going to be a raid room. I don't think that Bifrost is going to be so good on defense. I think a lot of the other meta raid teams are probably going to clear it at this point. One thing that I, might still be a tough team might be Pegasus. But I just know a lot of people stop building teams like Death Seed and Bifrost, and a lot of people are building the other ones to the moon. I'm not even sure if Extreme X-Men need this because they're so good in other rooms that it might be a bit of a waste, because then you could just put one of your other raid teams in here and then put Extreme X-Men somewhere else. That's just my thoughts there, my initial thoughts. And there you can read the other ones over here. Friday free claim, 5 liter, 10,000 hourglass. So we should be finishing up and you should be able to get it unlocked. I'm still pretty mad about Iron Patriot and the event is garbage. But nonetheless, at least the March month long should be clearable. Also, one thing that I wanted to point out, because I don't know if this was entirely mentioned, but the March month long with the Deathpool item, not getting a refund. So if you had already upgraded Deathpool, well, screw you and the players, because this is useless. This is going to be forever useless if you have Deathpool at 7. I think that's 17. So if you're at, if you've already done this, then it's forever useless. You're not going to get a refund. You're not going to get to break it down. It is what it is, right? So feedback for the next time, never to do that again. Anniversary catch up. If you missed the first week of Nick Fury's eye patch, well, you can buy it for Power Cores, I guess is what they're suggesting. And then finally, we have the April month long, the leader stuff, the big items. You have 4 main milestones. We know this, right? Like, I don't need to go over this. But anyways, here's the dates. Atomic Fallout. Now, Slick Outbreak. This is what I was talking about in my data mine video. This is related to Zombie Juggernaut. So I think that they're bringing Zombie Juggernaut back as a release method, and that you're going to be doing his event and getting points for this main milestone. And there's going to be a leaderboard that gives diamonds for Zombie Juggernaut as well. So that'll be interesting to see later on. Not too sure about the other ones yet. We don't have data mines for that at all. And then, of course, we have Nature Wars. That is Alliance War. So that's going to be the first one, which is going to be over in a week's time. Like, I think it's going to be like the following Monday. So don't worry too much about that. And then we have, so this stuff, the events, I do actually have the charts, and I'm going to show them up. So let's start with the April milestone. So this is the leader April month long. And as you can see, there is leader shards here on the side. 5, 10, 15, 25, 35, 45, unless I'm missing 55, 65, 75, 85, 95, 105, 125 for the leader, and a frame and some other stuff. So, I mean, this is a lot of this is pretty typical. 125 is not a lot, but there might be shards for him in the first event. That's, I think, how they did it with Forge. I think that they had like the very first event of the month. They kind of fast-tracked the unlock a little bit, and they made it so that like you didn't have to, you would get the unlock somewhere like probably around here plus the first event. So let's check that out, which would be the Atomic Fallout one. So let's take a look at this one, and there isn't. No, never. Oh, maybe there is some leader shards in here. 10 over here, and then is that all I see? I don't know. Maybe you're meant to just get a big bulk of the currency to get closer to unlocking leader early on. Still probably going to be about a week or two before leader unlocks. Like, so keep that in mind. Now, as far as, let's zoom in a little bit more. We're normally supposed to go to this one. This is my other frame that I normally use. Let's zoom into the points, though. So you get raids with teams. Now, it doesn't say there's a limit, so that's interesting. I'm going to put up, where's my subject to change? I don't have it here. But part of me feels that there's almost always a limit with these kind of things. Otherwise, you could just spam cores and refreshes to do more attacks, right? It does say 75 points per attack. There's got to be some limits in here that just, so I'm going to say it's subject to change, because otherwise it says raid with character at 6 and 7 yellow stars. So from what I understand, this is Void Knight, Gwenom, and Red Goblin. 1, 2, and 3, basically, from oldest to newest at this point. Red Goblin being this one down here, Gwenom in the middle, and then Void Knight up here, and you can see the various points up here. Unless that is the total limit of the points that you get from them. I'm not entirely sure at this point. So as always, it'll be subject to change. And it hopefully is a little bit more correct on the actual blog post. But nonetheless, we're not doing the event math here anyways, so it doesn't work. Don't worry about it. We'll have this on Monday, and it'll be more specific. This is a 6-day event, though, so just keep that in mind. Raid battles as well down here. I don't know why it's mentioned again. Atomic Fallout milestone points. That's going to be from the web stuff as well. And campaign energy 1 to 2. So at least they tell us that, but we're not actually getting orb fragments or a currency from farming that. So it should be pretty easy to do that. So hopefully that this is a reasonably completable free-to-play event. I know that they've been kind of shitty lately, especially with regards to the free-to-play aspect of things, but, I'm fingers crossed, right? And then finally, I want to go to the web milestone here. We do have the photo for that one. Spend incursion energy. ECM energy is event campaign energy. So this is going to be the Age of X stuff. And we need to hit 2,000. I think, I'm not entirely sure. This may be daily. I think this is a daily milestone, which seems pretty high. But I don't know how many event campaign there. Maybe it's not. I'm not sure. Because there's no actual milestone points listed in here. So I'm going to go and call bullshit on this one and say that it's not actually accurate. Because usually there's feeder milestone points that go into the main milestone. So I'm just going to say a lot of this is subject to change. And I would take this with a massive grain of salt, unfortunately. But there it is anyways, what you're going to have to do for that. And we'll have the final information for the math video on Monday, which should be updated by then at that point. So let's go back to the Envoy... our craptacular blog, and there we go. I think that's pretty much everything. And please note that, as always, now I got my button back, subject to change, right? So I think the stuff that we're seeing on the event charts are pretty garbage. Like, I don't think it's updated properly. As somebody who does, these videos, the event videos quite frequently, I would take this with a massive grain of salt. But just know this is what you're gonna have to do for the events itself. So battling and raids, campaign energy, ISO 8 energy, or not ISO 8 energy, no ISO 8 energy, incursion energy, and the Age of X energy. So how you score is accurate. What's actually contained in it, maybe less so. Or maybe by the time the blog's gone out at 2 o'clock, then it also says a leaderboard with Crimson gear for the April month long. So anyways, the biggest news in here is probably Black Knight going into the premium orbs. That's insane. That's pretty crazy. What do you think about that in the comments down below? Let me know. And as always, everybody, have a great rest of your weekend. And until next time, stay safe and healthy. Did I already say that? And see you all later. God, this is just such a crazy day. I might even do another video if I need to about the compensation of all the shit that's been going on with the anniversary stuff. Who knows? Anyways, that's it for now. I'll see you guys later.